Right now, I want to focus on just how to make money. 10K a month, 10 hours or less a week.
Yep.
Just bootstrap it and make it happen in 90 days or less.
All right, so you have decided that you want to work for yourself. You want to be an entrepreneur and you want to hit that 10K month. So let's talk about how one does that, how one gets started on that journey.
Yeah.
It's definitely a journey.
It's definitely a journey, but I think a lot of people are overthinking how to get to 10K a month. So that's why we put together a little something to make it a lot easier for everybody and show you our exact journey using the proven tactics, client finding methods, email scripts, et cetera, that make it easy to find your clients and get paid to work for them.
We've basically broken down how to make 10K a month into around 3 steps. We're going to go over those 3 steps right now, but if you're interested in more details, the nitty-gritty of it all, definitely check out our course in the link below. But now let's get into what are the 3 steps in a broad way of getting to 10K a month.
Yeah. So like I said, it's often overthought. It's very simple. I'm going to break it down. You ready?
I'm
Shannon?
ready.
All right. Step 1, pick a skill. Because if you don't know what you're doing, then how are you going to get paid if you don't have a skill, right? That's the first step. And you want to identify, is it a skill that is purely to make money, or is it a skill that you're also passionate about and that you also want to make money from? Because there's a big difference between a passion skill, like maybe something creative like drawing or singing or something like that, right? And let's say like a marketing company where maybe that's not your passion, but it's something to bring in cash.
Is what we're talking about here more for the people that I just want to make 10K a month so then I can do my passion after. Let me just make some money.
Yeah, I mean, it works either way, but right now I want to focus on just how to make money. 10K a month, 10 hours or less a week, just bootstrap it and make it happen in 90 days or less. That's what we're going to talk
Awesome.
about.
So first step, pick your skill. Can you give a couple examples of what a skill might be?
Yeah. I mean, they're always changing. They're always updating. But right now, I mean, social media marketing is home run. It has been for years. It still will be for probably the next 10 years at least. I mean, even something as dated as an email marketing guy or girl or whoever, an expert, can just really bring in a lot of money. Because when you start thinking, it's like one client will pay you $2,000, $3,000 a month. How many clients do you need to get to 10,000? What, 4, 5, 6?
Right.
Very,
and
very
I
easy.
think social media management is a great one. I know a lot of girls, if you have a good looking Instagram, if you know how to take some photos, you know how to manage a social media page, which I'm sure you do since you manage your own. Again, don't overthink it. People will pay you a good amount of money of this. So you've got your skill. What do you do next?
So yeah, something I also want to add in before we go into that is nowadays in this day and age, this modern YouTube lifestyle, it's so easy to learn any skill that you want. You don't necessarily need to go buy a course, right? You can learn the very, very basics of some skill that you can then go sell to somebody. And of course, there are benefits to getting a course because it'll save you time in the long run. But when you're first getting started, you can take an hour or 2 out of your day, maybe a few days a week for the first month, and you're going to be a dominant force in whatever it is that you're choosing to do. Just find someone who's good at teaching it and go from there.
So pick your skill, and it doesn't need to be something that you already know how to do. You can literally teach yourself in a month.
Yep, and then start learning, okay?
Yep.
All right, next part is, this is where everybody trips up on. I know that I tripped up on it first. I know that you tripped up on it until I helped you. I taught you the secrets. But it is to find a partner, because you could be the best social media advertiser in the world, but if nobody will pay you, you're worthless, right? You can't generate any income. So the next step in this, and this is what we're going to be breaking down in detail in the course. It's exactly what I did to take my business to 7 figures within probably like a year of me starting it. Was it probably about a year?
Even less.
I think it was like 7 months or something. But you're going to be able to take that exact system, apply it to your business and your skill, whatever it is, and you're going to be able to get paid. I would say in under a week, I think you can get paid if you really focus. I know I got paid in like 3 or 4 days. I think you did too. So it's so valuable to just take exactly what someone's doing to find partners that will pay them and then just apply it to your own business. So a lot of people, when they go to try to find a partner, they start cold calling and they're not really good at sales, or they'll like DM some companies on Instagram, right? They're like, okay, like I know how to do social media management now. Now I'm gonna put myself out there. And they DM 3 people.
Right.
And guess what? Nobody gets back to them. And then they're like, I'm not good enough for this. And then they never hit anybody up again.
And then they quit.
And then they quit, and then they go get a real job, and then their life will... No, I'm kidding. But realistically, this is what happens a lot of time. People get discouraged, and it's because they're trying to hit a home run really quickly, and they don't even know they're trying to hit a home run, and they're trying to hit a home run, but they're only hitting a single, and even when they're hitting a single, they think they're getting a home run. Their whole mapping is all messed up because they've never done this. They're new to entrepreneurship and not having a boss and all that awesome stuff that eventually you might take for granted is new to you at some point. So the most important thing to do when you're finding a partner is to start small. Do not try to make yourself seem like you are this ridiculous pro who charges $12,000 a month to take 8 photos. You're not that good. You're not that good. I'm sorry. I don't care how good you are. You're not that good. If you have no portfolio, you're not that good. If you don't have social proof, you're not that good. But all you need is one client, and then you can be that good. So I really recommend putting yourself out there. Work for free if you have to, but in the course we teach you how not to work for free and ways to get paid within 72 hours.
What would be a couple ways people can reach out? So they have their skill, they feel confident in it. You don't necessarily need a logo, a website, anything like that. You just need to present yourself in a way that makes you seem somewhat legit. So let's say, they have a decent email set up. They have, their skill, they're feeling confident. What are a couple ways that they can pick up their first 3 to 5 clients?
Well, the easiest way to do it, and like I said, we can break this down at a really micro level and really start giving specific tactics. But the mistake I see all the time, and I see it all the time because people try it on me, and I just kind of laugh because it's such a bad sales pitch, is they'll just DM me and be like, hey, I do video edits, $75 an edit. And they'll break a whole thing down. I'll literally look at it. And first of all, it's in my spam because Instagram can detect it. But I check my spam because a lot of times there are good messages in there too. And second of all, I don't even know you, right? I have no idea what you do. And you're trying to sell me something. It's just hilarious that people think that's the way to go about it. It just doesn't work. So what I recommend doing is find somebody that you actually want to work with, preferably in your area. So when I started and I was doing social media advertising, I found yoga studios in my city, in my bordering cities. And I found the best ones. I found the ones that had good social media already and looked like a good studio. And I reached out to them and I said, hey, here's what I do. Can I swing by, talk to you about it? Even if we don't do anything, I'd love to just stop in for a session. And I gave them a little bit too. I was like, hey, I could also be a customer for you. And a lot of them were like, yeah, come on by. And then I would go in. I'd say, hey, your studio is great. What are you doing to get more yoga clients in? They'd be like, honestly, not that much. I say, oh, look what I can do for you. And then they'd be all hype and they'd give me money. And then I'd go get a class and
what if you're someone, so if you're someone who's a little bit more introverted, you're not trying to reach out to local businesses and go meet them in person. Another great way that you can go about it is just create some sort of outline for an email, explain what you do, explain how you can offer value, explain why it would work for them, and then send that over Instagram DM. Shoot them an email. Find them on LinkedIn. Just put yourself out on as many platforms as possible. I think that's the best way to really find a partner. So now let's say you've picked your skill, you're feeling confident in it, you have a couple partners, now it's time to execute. What does that really mean to you?
Well, execution is... I feel like these literally get harder because picking skill is easy, kind of. Everybody knows what they like, everyone knows what they like. Finding a partner, a little bit harder. It takes a little bit more courage and putting yourself out there. But execution is where the millionaires are made. And it's a lot of people they'll have everything down. They'll have the mindset, they'll have the partner, but they just can't deliver. So what we've done with our life and in the course and just through experience is find what makes us execute at a high level and find what makes us be productive at a high level in a certain amount of time, right? Because if you give yourself 8 hours to do something, it's going to give you 8. It's going to take you 8 hours, maybe a little more. what I found is that I can get done in 2 hours what might have taken me 8 hours years ago, and what probably takes entire offices of people, a 40-hour work week, I can
Right.
lock in for a couple
Right.
a couple hours and get that done.
So it's really important to actually execute, to actually go in and get that work done. But in addition to that, I think it's also really important to keep learning, to keep getting better at your skill, to continue to provide more value. But then also, once you're kind of cruising, you got your skill, you have your clients, you're making money, scale that bitch up.
Scale it
Hire
up.
other people to help you with the little things that you don't want to do. Take a part of what you're getting paid to then pay someone else. You're able to not only free up some time for yourself, you're able to take on more clients, you're able to grow, you're able to take that business to the next level, and that's where things can get really fun. So I think we've
Yeah.
done a great job of summarizing. Pick your skill, find a partner, execute. It's worked for us. It can work for you. If you do want more details, the nitty gritty, what to say to clients, how to find your skill, how to find what really works for you, definitely check out our course. The link will be right down below, and subscribe as well, because we put out videos like this all the time.
Yeah. And if I can add one more thing on
Yeah.
there, I think one of the most important things I did in my journey was the biggest client I ever got was linked through the first course I ever bought. The first course, it was $997. I DM'd the guy. I might have emailed him, but I messaged him and I was like, hey, I don't have $997. Is there any discount I can get? And he's like, yes, I'll get back to you. And I was like, hoping he would give me out. He gave me like $100 off. And I was like, all right, screw it. I did it. But I got a client who's literally, they paid me a lot of money, like 7 figures, right? And it came from that one initial investment in myself, because I knew I couldn't just let it go. It wasn't like I just watched a video in one ear, out the other. It's like, no, I paid like 95% of my bank account to make this work, to like study this.
Yeah.
And that was so valuable for me. And then I did that again 3 years later when I bought another course, except it was like $8,000, but it taught me so many things. And it was on advertising. But even though I'd spent hundreds of millions of dollars on advertising, I still felt I could get it. And I got so much more. I got lifestyle stuff. I got execution stuff, which is what's also embedded in this course, which is why I think it's unique and it's
Right.
different. So don't be afraid to invest in yourself. If you want a
That's a great point.
special offer on this course, join the Discord, because the price for our Discord subscribers and people who are in the group is going to be a lot more attractive than people who just find it on the internet, because we want to be able to talk to you and make sure your success
Yes.
is as close to as guaranteed as possible.
Yes, there will be an exclusive price for those who are a part of the Doing the Most Discord community. Again, please like, subscribe, and comment if you like what we're talking about, and we look forward to talking to you again next time.
See you soon.